catchy. Rutvik, also, how'd you find us, dog? Like, we're trying to figure out
Yeah,
where did everybody come from,
let
but
us know.
we're getting French house now. This is super cool. We literally had Jamaican gospel earlier today, so
Dude,
like
we've had stuff from like 8 different regions of the world
it's
today
crazy.
alone.
I heard that
It's
part.
awesome.
So he said a very short but hopefully catchy track I made by sampling "Levitating" by Dua Lipa. I heard that part of the original song and it was stuck in my head, making the perfect material for a house track. There you go. It was musically inspired by French house music. This guy
Nice.
loves French house. All right, it's called "You Can Fly with Me." This is Rutvik. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh yeah, there's that sample.
You know it? I don't know.
At odds said pray for a kick drum.
It's there, but
where is it?
yeah.
And where is the motion?
He has some hi-hats.
No, but I mean like it's not going places. It's just sort of. Oh, there's something.
It sounds cooler. Sounding cooler.
And it's over.
Dude, okay, so it sounded like you gradually brought in the bass, right? Over through the whole song. I would say at the end there, where it was like at its peak of being boomy and bassy, I would still say it's like 50% of the way, maybe 40% of the way where it needs to be, like to be a house song. It just needs to punch. It needs to boom, boom, boom.
There needs to be transitions that are not what I'm hearing for the most part is the main things that are being modulated are just the volumes of different tracks, like maybe automated, and a master filter over everything, or maybe 2 filters or something, some sort of dual pass thing.
Yeah,
that's not enough. Like if you want to modulate the feel of your track, you got to like have things cut in and out, like have a drop somewhere. Even if you don't want to do a drop, like you got to have some variation. Maybe it's even a harmonic thing. Like I was noticing there were parts remember when that bass line came in, it was like, oh, it sort of feels a little bit fuller or different now.
Yeah.
For a split second, that bass line was introducing its own sort of harmonic progression. And I mean, look at basically
what's up, all music. All right, sorry.
Look at basically all music out there. Like there's usually some sort of harmonic basis to it.
Yeah.
That's not just the one chord. That was the other thing I was realizing, is that like this whole thing is just a one the whole time. And so it's like a melody with one note.
Okay.
You need to be able to, you need to have movement. You need to have it's the whole journey. The reason why we have 1-4-5 and every other variation that's built on complexities on top of that is because it's a journey from your starting point to a different point and back. That's all it is. But if you're only at the starting point
Bo's
the whole time.
here too, dude. What's up, Bo?
Hey!
Continue.
What's up, man? If you're only at the starting point, then yeah, like Bo said, the song is one dimensional. We need to hear some like major variants. Like we need to hear a different section or bring in some other samples.
Yeah.
Also, I know house uses a lot of repetition as we've talked about, but it should not be just the one very short sample that doesn't have a whole lot of sort of harmonic content behind it, repeated through the whole song.
I'll bite back a little bit, but also bite back to my bite back, because so this song is really short. He said it's a finished release. It's really short, so I would give a pass in terms of the repetition.
How many house songs are? I mean,
exactly.
House is usually longer.
That's my bite back to the bite back. Is that house supposed to be fucking long and repetitive, so DJs can like come into the next house song and then fade out the other one with no problem, but you're giving them a minute. So like in terms of where this would be on an album or something, this is like a skit, I feel like. And
sure,
for me, like production wise, I thought the bass, like in terms of simplicity, I agree, but it's also just a minute. The biggest thing for me is we're saying, where's the movement? Like typically with house, you have the boom, 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 like kick drum that needs to be more full in this case. Same comments as before, but also there is a hi hat line that you tried to put, which is a good tool I think in electronic music. A high frequency kind of rhythmic, and you had it swinging, but it was so quiet. It was quiet and it was buried, and so I want to hear that kind of more upfront. Just give the song a little bit more groove. But yeah, I think by far the biggest thing is we need the boom from the kick, man. We need the boom
Yeah,
from the bass. That's the biggest. If like going forward, if you take anything away from this, like please try to work on that.
yeah, and I mean, my personal opinion is it's best to bring in that boom in a way that's like has some drama to it.
Yeah,
You know,
don't.
like I mean, that's what builds are for. Like,
Yeah, do like 4 to 8 bars of like a build up to your full boominess, like maximum. Like you can't take a minute 30 to finally get to the maximum boom that you're at,
right?
and then it's like I said, it's 50 to 40% of the way there. It needs to be boomier.
Quicker.
But I think you have a decent ear. Like this
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
sound like the sample choice is good. Everything sounds in tune. It
yeah,
might be a little simple, but it sounds good.
I
So
feel again like these start off so well. I'm like the sample choice is great. I could see this going somewhere, and then it just doesn't go there.
yeah,
That's the biggest thing I think to work on here is just like bring some dimensionality into it. Like
mm,
bring some major variants, not just like subtle like variances on the individual sample that
yeah,
are like hard to hear,
yeah,
but like have sections, have like some sort of sections, or just like lock in on a better repetition that carries more weight with it.
yeah,
Because if that's what you're trying to go for with house and you're trying to move a room, you got to have some boom boom in there,
yeah.
as we've said. But
I think that's the biggest tip for him to walk away with from me. Like I do agree with your variation, but as at odds said in the chat earlier, like house music is about like one loop that
right, of
sounds
course.
really really good, and you need to have that one loop sounding really good. So with here, it's not there yet, so it needs to be more boomy. Look into how to get the house drums the way that you want to sound it, because they really need to boom the bass. I don't know if it's the headphones that you're mixing on, because some like lower quality headphones they just don't have the bass range that
Well,
you need. Same with the speakers that you're mixing on. Like,
right.
um,
This might actually be useful for him to know too, though. Like, there's sort of a counterintuitive property that emerges from using monitors or headphones when you're mixing something
yeah,
and the result that people hear. If your speakers actually don't have enough bass, if
yeah,
they're really small speakers, it can be easy for you to add too much bass
right,
to the mix
right,
because you're not hearing enough, and so you're compensating for your own listening system.
yeah. So he might have really bassy speakers.
Yeah, maybe you have really bassy house speakers and
Yeah,
it sounds like there's bass in that.
yeah,
What you have to do for mixing, and I know it's like boring if you like listening to stuff with shitloads of sub and bass,
mhm,
you got to get some reference speakers or reference headphones that are very flat, very
yeah.
even. And again, the point, it's not going to make your music more flat. It's
Correct
going to allow
idea.
you to make it more dynamic and to translate to other people's systems, wherever they're listening. Like house obviously involves a lot of low end, but people are going to listen to it on shitty headphones sometimes.
Yep,
And you have to make sure that there's frequencies in there to serve those people basically,
yep.
and also to serve the big clubs.
Mhm.
So reference headphones and trying your mix on different devices is super important.
Yeah, listen to your car, Bluetooth speaker,
Yeah,
iPhone shitty
and
headphones,
reference tracks. Use
reference tracks.
those mediums with reference tracks so you know what you're comparing to.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like it was a vibe. I think
Yeah,
Rutvik, please keep submitting, man. Like I think we
keep
could
working
vibe
on
out.
it, dude.
Yeah, and I want to hear like you improve in that aspect because I think you have a decent ear.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's go to the next one, shall we?
let's do it.
We have that's facts. The equipment matters. Thank you, Bo. Um,
Oh, did we rate this one on the
oh,
overall
I don't.
scale?
Yeah, let's give it an overall scale because I think a lot of the comments are the same.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's a same thing. Develop to redo.
yeah. Orange door hinge.
Yeah, orange, orange. Sure.